Yo, what up guys? I am back over here, and I told you guys I was gonna give you a review video for this here dash cam that I have. It's right here, hard mounted right there, on the stereo, or shit. Dash cam's right there, hard mounted, hard wired and everything. I'll go ahead and show you that. This dash cam in general is a Vantrue N2 Pro dash cam. It has two cameras. And what the first one is it obviously records the front of the car and records everything that happens in front of you. And the second camera is going to be recording in the cabin, as I'll show you right now. Yeah, this will record the cabin right here, and I'll go ahead and put in clips of how it records. It's probably recording me right now, to be honest. Yeah, it is recording me right now. It's on parking mode, and I just saved the clip from it. Yeah, so yeah, it records. It has a 1 inch or 1.5 inch LCD screen on it, as you can see. It records the whole cabin, and I'll go ahead and show you a clip from the front right now as well. This one's not too stealth-like. If you can go ahead and see it, you can see it right inside of there. It's not really hiding anywhere. It's just right there. You can see it. I kind of wish it was a little bit stealthier, but I mean, you know, it'll do the trick anyhow. What the specs with this thing, it records all the way up to 1440p, I believe 30 frames per second in the front. And while you have it at that, then I believe this, the one that records the cabin inside, that one records at 720p. And, from the inside right now, it's not too much in your way. It does stick a little bit lower than the rear view mirror, and this one has a suction mount right here. With this, you can power it by putting the power cord in here, or also on this here foot suction mount. It has an option to plug the power into here, and I believe power runs down here in a cable inside of this. And as you can see right here, let me go ahead and take it off. This is as small as it is. Very small camera. Very small camera. It just turned off on me right now. And as you can see right here, it has the option to be plugged in, and it will take power from this part right here as soon as you slide it onto this adapter. And as soon as you slide it on, it's pretty easy to slide it on right here. And yeah, it's basically powered on, and it's gonna start recording instantly. Right here it has 4 buttons. You have the power button, you have the 2 selectors, so once you go into the modes or settings, this is the mode button, so these 2 you toggle in between the modes. Let me go ahead and do that for you right now. So I'll just go ahead and stop the recording, and then press the mode button, and then these 2 you go left, right, which is really cool. So you can have optional GPS on this, GPS tracking to show how fast you're going and stuff like that. I do not have that on this one, but I believe you can go ahead and buy one. And yeah, GPS setup, you have files, so it just saves all your files. Record setup, you can, you know, obviously do setup on how it's recording. Resolution, loop recording, which is actually really good to have. Yeah, it's good to have, because instead of just stop recording as soon as your whole thing fills up, it'll just delete the old files that you don't want, and it'll keep recording based on that. And which is really good. And you also have a G sensor. So what that does is if you are ever in an accident, and it'll automatically save that clip, and you'll have that clip, you know, whatever. So if someone hits your car, or you know, for some reason you end up in an accident, it'll save that automatically. You don't even have to press this button right here that will save it, but I mean, you can if you want to. This one will have audio recording, so you can choose the option to have your voice recorded, or you can turn that off completely and it'll be a completely silent video. It has parking mode, and that's pretty much, you could just put it right here. This button right here, it has P, and then it also has the little triangle with the little exclamation mark. So the triangle with exclamation mark, you go ahead and just press that once, and that's to save the photos from being deleted. Oh no, to save the videos from being deleted. And parking mode, that is to save, or no, that is to put the camera itself in parking mode. And what parking mode is what it does for you is it won't use up memory in the SD card, and it will also save some battery. And so pretty much it is a motion sensor. If someone walks by your car, then this thing will start recording, and yeah, it'll start recording, and you'll be able to see who it is that walks by your car. And if someone starts messing with your car, the motion sense will obviously start recording whoever that is that's messing with your car, and you'll be able to see who it is. And if someone hits your car, it'll also sense with the G-force sensor, and obviously you'll be able to see who it is that hits your car, and it'll record whoever it is, and you can, you know, get their license plate number or something like that, and go ahead and contact insurance companies or the police or whoever you're going to be reporting this accident to. But one thing I did forget to mention about this parking mode is that if your car turns off all power while the key is not in the ignition, and you can't get any power from the cigarette lighters, then you may or may not need a separate power unit to actually power this while it's in parking mode. So what I have done is that I have bought a portable charger. You know, nothing too crazy, but just when I'm parked, I will have this plugged into it, and it'll be in parking mode, and I won't have any problems with it. Unfortunately, I feel like this battery doesn't last too long, and that's probably the only con that I have with it, because I mean, who wants to buy a separate charger to power what they need if it has a parking mode especially. But other than that, you can control the exposure, and I have it at 0 right now, but you can change it to -2 exposure to make it darker and make the picture brighter with all the way up to +2. And then you can go back, and number plate, I'm not completely sure about what that does, I'm going to be honest with you. And stamps, you can have everything that can go on here, so you can have day and time, logo stamp, number stamp, speed stamp, so that's if you have obviously the GPS, and you can have the GPS location stamp, so that'll go ahead and tell you how fast you were going on the video, where you are, the date and time obviously. Number stamp, I'm not completely sure about that one, and logo stamp, I think that's just with the Vantrue. So I mean, that's pretty much the record settings. And then the system setup, you have multiple languages, I believe. You can format the SD card, which it actually recommends you doing for every 2 weeks for optimum performance. You set up the date and time. You can have the LCD turn off automatically, and you can have this device right now. I have it on making sounds. It's a little better for me. I like it better that way, but you can turn the device sounds off. If you don't use it, you can turn off the power. Frequency, I don't know what that does, to be honest. Like I said, system info, you have all the versions and stuff like that. And default settings, you can reset things back to default settings. Then you have the GPS setup, so I don't have that, but if you want it, then obviously you can have it. You can set up your miles per hour, or if you're going with kilometers, then you can use that as well. GPS setup, I have it on for some reason, but I mean, it won't do anything. Other than that, it's back to this. Also, if you do race or anything such as that, this is also really beneficial to have. If you do like to race your car or vehicle a lot, you know, obviously it's not, definitely should not be racing on the street, but if you do or don't, that's none of my business. So I'm not going to tell you whether you should or shouldn't, because it's going to happen no matter what. So I do not condone it, but you know, whether I do or don't, who knows? And whether you do or don't, who knows? Wow, this is actually a pretty okay neighborhood. Doesn't look too bad. But yeah, if you do find yourself racing a lot, whether on the street or on a track where it is legal to go as fast as you want, then this would be really good if you do not have a GoPro.
I just wanna be free, yeah, free, 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 free. My eyes have never seen someone so beautiful, so much charm. My eyes have never seen someone so beautiful, so much charm.
The only lady I could ever match bonds with, on some adamant bond shit. I love us plutonic, but I just can't put my foot on it. My one and my only, we not only lovers but homies. Whenever I'm lonely, right on time she arrives. She know the business was.
Alright, you guys, so along with the quality of resolution and recording quality of this dash cam, let's go ahead and talk about the packaging of it. The packaging of it was really, really good. You know, as good as you can really get. It came in, I bought it from Amazon.com. The price tag on this was $200, which is pretty expensive. Even though it's definitely not the most expensive one, you can definitely find some deals in where I got it for $160. You know, 20% off, I believe, something like that, or 25% off, something like that. It definitely was worth it because now I have a dash cam and some good protection, and if I decide to go street racing in Mexico, then I'll have that as well. You know, just to go ahead and record and do other things like that. Or if you decide to go street racing in Mexico, or you need something to help you with insurance wise, I do believe that some insurance companies will actually give you a discount for having a dash cam in your car, as long as you keep it in there 24/7. they'll actually offer you like a lower rate because you have it, and if you are ever in an accident, you won't have to give them the clip and stuff like that. Yeah, overall this is a really great camera in my opinion. Yeah, it definitely gets the job done and some more. You know, at the nighttime I have really no complaints with it. It's not too bad, depending on what it is. And if you know you feel that it's not bright enough at night, you can higher the exposure. And if you feel it's a little bit too bright during the daytime, you can lower the exposure, like up to and down to. Usability, it's definitely, I would at least give it a 4 out of 5. Probably a 5 out of 5 to be honest, with how I'm using it. Very easy to use, very easy to set up. And out of the packaging, I'll definitely give the packaging a 5 out of 5. I'll go ahead and give you a clip right here about the packaging. Other than that, that was the Vantrue N2 Pro, I believe that's what it's called. And yes, that's a very good one. If you do like reviews, go ahead and just like let me know in the comment section, show some support. Like I said, I am not a dedicated review channel whatsoever, but I did want to just get this out to you because I do believe that Dashcam should be in more cars than not. Other than that, that was definitely the video. Go ahead and like, comment, or subscribe if you like this video. There will definitely be more content to come. And yeah, that's pretty much it for this review. Thanks everybody, and have a great day, guys.